And welcome! So we are, well, doing Ifrit. And here we go. Now, I will be skipping cutscenes because it's courteous to the other players, and I've seen all these cutscenes before. So, and somebody's watching the cutscene, which is, well, which is perfectly fine by me. We're gonna say hello. Up, and they're done with the cutscene. Let's see. Oh, one person, okay. Now, if you know, I'm actually zooming my camera out because I want to keep my view of the field quite large. And honestly, this is really not that much of a hard fight. But now that was an eruption, and you gotta watch out for those. And at one point, they're going to be coming out with a nail. See? Oh, well. Where's the nail? There you go, infernal nail. Okay, that I was not expecting to have happen. And we have to get rid of this infernal nail real quick. Otherwise, he's gonna murder all of us. I think we got it. Yep, we got it. So this is actually going fairly well. Whoa. Oh, I didn't get out of those fast enough. When you get hit by those things, they hurt a lot. But I don't think we're gonna get another set, but we might. Yeah, gotta sit on the outside of those. Yeah, there we go. And that's the Ifrit fight, basically. It's very simple, very easy to do. Nothing major. And we get this lovely little cutscene at the end. Now, cutscenes at the end, I'm not gonna worry about not skipping. The ones at the beginning, I will skip, however. But there's no loot or anything, so. But this is showing us we have a crystal. This is familiar. And yep, there you go. So we got another crystal. And and here comes Tancred. Late. I was delayed by a congregation of Amaja zealots. I swear you seem more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Phew. I see the blood sworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I expect from the Flame General's handpicked man. Angus, you bastard. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Rake. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. Nah, not really. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir. Ooh, what's this? So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings were nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Ulda interference into account. You should know better than the royal upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We wasted enough time here. That meat of yours is too old to give any readings worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objectives. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventure's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. You have to do as my lord commands. And that will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that. Beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Oh, they made sure they stayed well out of the way. And yep, I'm the only one left, so that's it. And whoo, I got 2 player accommodations. Nice. Feel bad I didn't give anybody a player accommodation, but I wanted to watch that cutscene. So yeah, that took all what, 10 minutes to do, including the cutscene. So let's go talk to Tancred. Ah, there you are you? Come, rest a while. You have no better opportunity. After witnessing the god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath for a time at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductee. They may be whole of body, but same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered. Ah, but it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is a deed of no ordinary individual, Ryukit. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the waking sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Well, so off to the waking sands we go. Let's see, we're going to teleport to Horizon. Okay. So after Horizon we go. I remember the first time I did that, I had no idea what I was doing and I kept getting blown up. Yes. Those were the days. We have a horny toad up here. Alright, so see? Horny toad. So obviously, it wants to have a little bit of fun, doesn't it? Haha. XIV. That is a Divine Crusade. They have quite a following. They have quite a large guild. And, well, my free company is on the small side. But, excuse me. It's, well, being on the small side is not a bad thing, see? Alright. Oh, Tartaru. Ryukit, how goes it? All's well here. At least on the bookkeeping front, anyway. So, nothing's really changed here. Enter the waking sands, yes, please. Uh-huh. I am the third shift. Congratulations, I am the monkey. Yep, everybody's still the same here. I make it a big habit to check everything in this area, because it does change. Alright. Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Tancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Ryukit his life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took him prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived. But that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly. just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Well, you kid. It is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I just finished regaling Menphilia with your heroic exploits. Blaming yourself for every misfortune that happens. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great. Yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here. And the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether. Crystals. It is for this reason that incidences involving crystals can often be tracked back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from his followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful the gods become. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet, even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remain unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to Primal's influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. Hydaelyn, maybe? When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the Primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidences all share a common trait. Meticulous planning, let's see, here we go. Let's see, the recent incidences all share a common trait. Meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assure me that they will deal with the aftermath. So you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who fell Ifrit, I fear you'll have nary a moment to yourself. Whether she intended to or no, Menphilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death. The flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal, whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we silence continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. He puts way too much stress on his shoulders, man. You know that? He really does. God, forgive me. How many more lives? Louis Suave would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. See? He really does need to learn how to chill out. Alright, so let's see what's next. Menphilia is wearing a wry smile. Might it have something to do with your newfound fame? Until not so very long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need, without a thought of reward, confirming to Thancred and the Scion that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. Well, you know, kinda happened. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Ryuket. Or rather, you have guests. I do? I didn't invite anybody. Beg pardons. Ah, Lady Menphilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limzil Menza, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. And as you can see, Ryuket, the recent exploits have garnered you the attention of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have a Fritz Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. What is this, a dating thing? They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit that they have as evidence of their high regards for you. I find myself wondering, how word of Ryukit's deeds spread so quickly that the immortal flame should know if his triumph is to be expected. But what of the other Grand Company? Yeep! Your reputation precedes you, Master Lightwing. Tis no ordinary man who can face the primal and emerge the victor. The Order Twin Adder has need of valiant men such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that the peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Lighthawk. My comrades speak of you in most glowing terms. Why, even before you aided us against the Eorzea and their dread primal, yours was already a respected name in Uda. Our people know you and love you well. A man of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we would want you for Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa to the shores of glory. Wow. Lady Minfilia? Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations, empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Bredania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which Grand Company best serves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I concede that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will of course recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. How could I forget? Really? Well, as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. During these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Damn flirt. Very well, let Ryukit hear our leader speak and then return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answer. Tartaru. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the disciplines of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Ryukit, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet, know that great power is wont to attract attention. Not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a grand company, however, you'll be one man among okay, let's try that again. Yet, however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a grand company, however, you will be one man among many, a friend among friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. Ugan companies seek to protect their own nation. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Well, I get the feeling it's kind of a leash. Eorzea is changing, right, Kit? And you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what tomorrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tartaru. He will apprise you of where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. So, let's go talk to Tartaru. And yes, this has changed. Now Brent has figured out where to put his stuff. Tancred is here. Istola is there. Eva and Papalimo are apparently nowhere to be seen. Or are they up in the other area? Nope, they're not up in the other area either. Eva and Papalimo have quite conveniently disappeared. We will talk to Tartaru. Tartaru. Sorry about all the attention you're getting, right, Kit? Might have sung your praises a little too loudly. And often. To a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue. Literally, if necessary. Alright, Tartaru. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company orders the Trinetta will hold the first of the 3 services. The other seer, Kane Sana, will deliver her address at Makito's amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to organizational challenges involved in assembling all the involved parties, it is possible that the order of services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you go to Ul'dah, where Flame General Rabban al-Din will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there'll be a special guest. How exciting! And last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Melwib Bluefithwin will be giving her address. The room is accessible via Admiral's lift. Identify her to the sentry, Xanthale, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go, then. I hope you find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city station I prescribed to order. So, with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in the favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. So basically, what that whole thing was, so go to Gridania first, Ul'dah second, and Limsa first. But you don't have to actually go to them in that specific order. You can change the order as you see fit. So, the next time, well, we are going to be going to the Remembrance ceremonies, and I just can't talk anymore. So, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see y'all later. Have a good night, and goodbye. Bye.